Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
It's time for an Amanda Exclusivo.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Amanda Exclusivo. I'm your host, Amanda Geffner. Today's episode is Giving Miracle Season. That's right. My guest today is best known for his time for finding love on Rachel Lindsay's season of The Bachelorette. Please welcome Eric Bigger. Hey, Eric.
Amanda, how are you? How's it going?
Great. It's miracle season today on the Exclusivo. So I'm
It's
in a good...
always miracle season, every day of our lives. We just got to find a miracle.
I gotta ask you, how did you come up with that? Or did you hear it from somebody?
It was something that came to me. 2017, I was in CBS, Rapid Studios in Studio City, California. And I was in a trailer with Louis. I don't know if he's still a producer of the show, but he was sitting with me because I was right before I went on AFR after the final rose. I got picked to be one of the guys, right? And I was in that studio in a trailer, like, it's miracle season. I'm like, it's miracle season. He's like, hey, my boy, I think you should say that when you get out there. He's like, it sounds good to me. And so it came to me. I went on stage. I met Rachel Lindsay. I said it, and it was like fireworks went off. It felt like it was an initiation or activation of something. Because you ever have a thought and think about everything you want to say and how you want to say it, and you actually submit to that thing and it happens, that's what it was like. So after that, that's when the initiation started. When I went through that awakening or process of, it's like I won the show in that moment because of the celebration, but it was a foreshadow of my miracle on that season of Rachel Lindsay.
I love it. Miracle season. I guess that's your favorite season then.
Yeah, I mean, because it changed my life. It put me in front of people for 10 weeks. Made it far. I didn't win that season as the winner, but I won my season of my life because it changed my life for as high as
I love that. But let me tell you, Rachel's season, I was rooting for you. Usually I know who's going to win because I have a really good picker, and I picked you.
Yeah.
And you made it in top 3, which is still great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I wanted you to win. I wanted you to be the Bachelor. I was rooting for you, Eric. So it's just so cool to be sitting with you. So when you think back to your time on The Bachelorette, what's the first moment that pops in your head?
Wow. Well, the first name that popped in was Elon Gale. He's the EP of the show that season. But the first moment was, I mean, there's so many because I don't think people really have the context of what we experience. Like, I saw Rachel before I saw her on TV at my gym, training with her trainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said on a previous podcast years ago. But yeah, in North Hollywood at the time, because my birthday is March 9th, that Monday we filmed was March 13th. And I'm not sure what day. I think it was maybe that Friday or Thursday of the week before. I saw Rachel Lindsay in the gym in North Hollywood. And I knew she was going to be the Bachelorette. She didn't know who I was. And so when I went up to her as if I knew her. I'm like, Rach, what up? I gave her a high five. She's like, I said, I see you working hard. She's like, I'm trying. And then I looked at her and I was like, I see you soon. She's like, excuse me? I was like, I see you soon. And I'm like, and she's like, okay. So if you go back to my season and you look at me getting out of the limo, my conversation with her is, why do I keep seeing you? She said, I don't know. I guess you're going to have to find out. So for me, it was more than, yes, it was miracle season. It was like, what is these revelations? What is this pattern? Why am I meeting a Bachelorette before anybody outside of TV? Why is she in my aura field? Why is she in my vortex? So for me, I knew it was going to be a special season beyond linking up with her, some of the guys on the show, just the season of my life. And from there, just things just change.
Yeah, I mean, and the rest is history. You mentioned something that happened off camera, which was meeting her at the gym. So were there any other off camera moments that fans would be surprised about from your time on the show?
No, not up until that point that I can recall right now. No, although there was a moment that
let's hear it.
Because this was post going home in Spain. So we were in Spain and they didn't want me to go home because Reality Steve, I feel like he works with the show, right? Reality Steve, he had the juice, he had the tea.
Yeah, I try not to read into it until after the season.
I was pulled to the side by some of the people of the show, people at the top, and say, look, we don't want you to go home right now because we don't want fans to know that you didn't win. So I stayed an extra week in Spain. I had fun and they took care of me.
Wow.
So I could delay me going home. So that was a great moment. And shouts out to Bennett, one of the EPs at the show at the time. And I don't think these guys are over there anymore. It was almost 9 years ago. He told me, he said, you know, your life is gonna forever change. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, your life is never gonna be the same after this. And I didn't understand. They were like in a hotel in Spain. I'm like, what is he talking about? He's like, you'll see. And my life has been different ever since. So a lot of great moments, a lot of great moments.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's crazy. I didn't know that you were there for an extra week in
Yeah,
Spain.
yeah, yeah.
That must have been nice, like a nice little extra time in Spain, just
Yeah,
relaxing. Maybe
relaxing.
not because rose ceremony
We
probably
call them
makes
dark
you nervous.
days. Like when we filming, we get a dark day where we could just not be on camera, not be with the people. We could just be with each other. And every town we went to, because we went to 6 countries, we were able to explore that town and have a little bit of fun.
So
So that was
what did you
nice.
do in a dark day? Did you just like walk around by
Yeah,
yourself?
we walked around. So we went with the other guys at the time. So I remember we were in Switzerland, in Oslo, Norway. We just went out in the town, like we got food. We still was like monitored by like the people of the show, but it was
Right.
maybe like 8 or 9 guys at the time that made it that far. And we would just have a normal day where we just wasn't in on camera, right? We just was in a
Yeah.
different country, having fun, eating, hanging out, and just keeping it cordial and keeping it cool. And it was great. Like I had a phenomenal time. That's why I tell people like that experience, if you really live it till its fullest, is healing. As I said on one of the Page Six podcasts a few years ago in the south of France, that the show healed me. I mean, I was able to live out my dreams on TV and not have to pay for it, right? Like I went there because I
Yeah.
always wanted to travel, right? So all of a sudden this year, that year of 2017, I was able to travel to 6 countries. Like how amazing, and fall in love and go through so much ups and downs to discover my true self. And that was the healing in that miracle season. I got a lot of clarity.
No, that's great. I mean, did you
Yeah.
know early on that Rachel wasn't your person, or did you think she was the one the moment you met her from the limo, or did that realization
Mhm.
come later?
Well, you know, I'm into astrology, right? And numerology. And at the time, I knew she was a Taurus and I know I'm a Pisces. I was like, oh, we'll get along, right? So I knew at that part of that point we had some compatibility. And then when I visit the family, me and her dad got along. So that was just like, okay. Usually people don't get along with the dad. But we knew Brian was going to win. Like everyone knew if anything,
Yeah.
he was in the final, regardless of whatever we thought in our ego mind at the time or our hearts. I just think it wasn't up to me, right? Like that show is usually not up to how you feel, what you think should happen. I mean, the Bachelorette is in such a tough situation, and she has the pressure to pick
Yeah.
on who she's going to choose as a mate. So, I don't think those people in that position get that much grace or compassion or reverence for their experience because you got to think they're dealing with so many different contestants. They're changing clothes, they're traveling, they got to speak on camera, they got to address situations. Like it's a lot of work. It's not like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
get up there, put on a suit or a dress and talk. So for me, it was more so grateful that, you know, I was chosen to be on her season, but two, for me to know that if she didn't pick me, it's all good. Like I won that season of my life because I made it to the end and I didn't end up with her, but it's all good. Brian is my guy. So more power to that, you know,
Yeah.
relation.
And like you
Yeah.
said, the show has changed your life. So how
Yeah.
has being on reality TV changed your life today?
Well, today, what's interesting is that people still remember and recall when I was on that season. And there's been so many other seasons, and people like, I know you. I'm like, you don't know me. And then they'll call me out and like, you are, because when I was on the show at the time, some people would acknowledge me as someone else because I think they was getting a lot of publicity at the time. I forgot who the guy was. And now over the years, people still remember me on that. I mean, I was in the south of France at one point. So I was like, no, I remember you. And I'm like, how? That
Because
was,
you're positive energy. That's why people
yeah,
remember
but
you, Eric.
like Amanda, like help me from a your standpoint, from a podcaster to a journalist and all being in the media space. how does someone, like, I know from my personal, like, I know my energy, I know my frequency, but outside looking in, right? That's 2017. It's 2026, 2025, 2024. Let's just say the last 3 years, right? People still remember me. There's been so many seasons.
I know.
How does one recall my season when I wasn't the Bachelor? I wasn't like I was the Bachelor. Then, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh,
I was just a guy, a contestant on the show. So, from your paradigm and your perspective, what was it for me that you think people still remember to this day? And what is it in general, just without thinking?
you're immediately, as I said before, your positive energy.
Got it.
And that's really what drew me to you and your
Got it.
energy. And I thought you were a great match for Rachel
Yeah, yeah,
because of
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
honestly, like I'm a super fan of the Bachelor franchise. So I
Right.
remember every season. I could tell you who won 100 seasons and
Right,
who was in
right,
it.
right.
So
Yeah,
that's why I know what I'm talking about. And that's how I remember you. I remember so many contestants. I'm like, oh, wouldn't
yeah,
it be great to have this person as the Bachelor or this person as the Bachelorette? Like, let's reach out and go back in time,
yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Well, thank you
So
for
that's
saying that. I
why.
mean, I get that, but sometimes it's so you're positive energy. I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot of people with positive energy. But I respect
True.
it, I receive it, I get it. Because sometimes I'm like, am I tripping? Like, you sure you know me? Like that was like 8 years ago. Like this is out in like I'm in the south of France and someone is like, how? Right? It could be anywhere in the world. So that's how much visibility. Shouts out to ABC. Actually, we have the Bachelor at Sea, Vacation at Sea coming
Yes. I
up.
was
So
going to
we
ask you
got
about
that.
that.
Yeah, so that's coming up in November of this year. So yeah, Bachelor family is a great. I mean, like I said, it changed my life, but that visibility definitely makes a difference in how you show up, where you go, and people do remember you. And honestly, it does help your brand, your likeness, if he was likable, right? And it's positive, which I
Yeah,
like.
and you've been doing your own thing since after the
Yeah,
show. You authored a book, 100 Days of Wisdom. I know that came out in
yeah.
2021, but that's
Mhm.
awesome. You're also into fitness and motivation. So tell me what life has been like for you now.
Well, we still writing books, so I got another book coming out this June. It'll be
Oh,
spiritual fitness, right? And I'm teaching, or in a book, I'm writing about how I got to spiritual fitness. The idea, it's kind of like spiritual fitness is like a new initiation activation, like it's miracle season was, right? It's my second phase of my life, a new identity, a new frequency. I just moved to Orange County. I do coach, high-end CEOs and executives one-on-one. And I also have a spiritual fitness weekly group where we work out, we talk, we pray, and I get people into their higher self to tap into their God essence for them to live a fulfilling life beyond looking good and feeling good, but just their life is good. And last but not least, yeah, the book is coming out. I also wrote a book over the pandemic called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Energy, Change Your Life, Transformation with Chris Randone from the show. So that's a workbook. People can go get that on Amazon, that in 100 Days of Wisdom. So now that's just all about being mission led and leading people into the spiritual fitness of their life by embodying it in my life and every day, right? And owning it and really just showing people what it takes to be spiritually fit no
oh, that's
matter what's
great.
going on in your life. So I'm excited. Like I said, we got the Bachelor Vacation at Sea the end of this year, and I'm just open to more visibility in the right way to help the collective and also mental health space. Dee Hirsch, suicide prevention. I'm the MC, and I warm up the crowd every year for that 5K walk and run. And I just want God to use me for my highest good and get people into their hearts. I feel like there's so much in the world, and a lot of us are not connected to the world of us. And I want to bring that into life. So here we
I love
are.
that. That's great. No,
Yeah.
you got a lot of stuff going on. And I guess after Bachelor for you, now you have a girlfriend I saw. So
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah,
did
yeah.
you meet your girlfriend? Tell me
Yeah.
everything.
Oh man, she's like she's an angel. She's so beautiful. And the interesting thing, so 2023 was my identity crisis where I kind of got out of that the guy from The Bachelor energetically, right? The brand deals, the smile, but I was really not as happy as I looked because I was going through so much internally emotion. I was growing, right? I'm always growing. In that year, I just went through so much like hell and heartbreak and pain. I was in a previous relationship that didn't go well. My dad almost transitioned. People that were on my team and business wise, I separated from. So I really went through a real awakening. And so within that awakening, I had to put myself back together. right? And
Yeah.
this is where spiritual fitness comes into the play, and this is what I'm writing about in the book.
Aha. Oh,
You
I'm
get it?
following. I
Like
get
it's a
it.
connection. And so, with that being said, I went to a Josh retreat. I did a cacao ceremony. So cacao is kind of like it's like hot chocolate, but it's a plant. It's a medicine. It's more like a spirit. It's more like it opens up your heart. So I did that in Josh retreat. And at that time, my heart was really broken. I could feel it, but I was so afraid to acknowledge that to others because I didn't want people to worry about me. And I've never experienced it. So the cacao really opened me up, and I was like, I don't, I don't think my heart is broken. Like I think
Yeah.
something is happening. And the person who held space, her name is Sia. She's from Australia, and she was doing a retreat. And at the time when she was holding space for me in Joshua Tree, I didn't know she did hosted retreat. She did my podcast. That's how we connected. And the next day, she got a call from the ancestors like, I think you should come to Peru and do plant medicine. So I'm like, okay. And she's like, you should just come. Don't worry about it. Just get a flight. I think it'd be great for you. So at the time, remember you, Amanda, I'm still broken. I'm still like lost
Right.
in life. I'm kind of confused. I'm like, what is life? I did all this TV stuff, but nothing makes sense. I'm confused. I'm overwhelmed. But whatever, let's go. Let's work. So I took the trip. I went to Peru. I was there for 11 days. I took 2 journeys of plant medicine, St. Pedro. It's the grandfather cactus, and it's a heart opener, and it's a gentle giant. And I healed so much of myself. And I healed so much of the past and things I went through. And when I got off the mountain, here comes this beautiful woman, right? But here's the thing. I wasn't looking for no one because I'm like, I'm broken. Like, I gotta put Eric back together.
Right.
So the way we connected was so interesting because I think at the time we were allowed to have our phones while I was still in Peru, and I was like posting like me being on the mountain. But I think one of the days I had shared something on her social media. She's like a womb healer. She's a like a light worker. She works with grief. She works with women. She's a healer, right? She's really powerful in what she does. And I liked it, something she put on her page. And I just shared it on my story. This one I was just sharing everybody's stuff on my story. I'm not thinking about it. Like I'm in Peru,
Yeah.
I'm in mountains, I'm taking plant medicine, I'm changing my life. And we connected. And when we connected over the DM, it wasn't like flirtatious. It wasn't, I had no intentions of it. Like she was cool. It's great. And then we just kept in touch. It was very casual, very lighthearted. And she's like, "Oh, I would love to do a gene key reading for you." I don't know if you it's kind of attached to human design, but it's a reading about your chart, astrology.
Oh,
And when we did the Zoom, I felt something and I'm like, okay, this is different. But I was like, am I tripping? Right? In my mind, because I'm like, what am I? Am I tripping because of what you know what I mean? Like it was odd,
it
right?
happens when you least expect it.
Yeah, and so boom, that happened. We met. I had came to Laguna. I was still living in LA. I came to Laguna Niguel, and it was the 4th of July. We hung out, and it was like so much familiarity. Like, I know you, like, where you been? And it was never like, oh my God, I'm into you, or oh my God, it was none of that. It was like we just had a great time, like great conversation, great food, and great sunset. It was just a great day. And I'm like, man, this person is really cool. Like, I like her. But it was
Yeah.
never, oh my God. It was no butterflies. It was just, I like her. She's real. She's genuine. She's grounded. And she was so feminine. I was like, oh my God, just very just, in her feminine essence would just make you just relax. I'm like, wow, you're like an angel. So over
Yeah.
time, as time, prevailed and went on, I was like, you're God sent. God sent you in my life. Like I could not
Oh,
find you looking for you. And that's what I believe. And I believe I was so willing to heal myself and put myself back together. God was like, I'm gonna bring you a woman to help you as well. And you're really gonna be complete. So for me, I tell people don't be afraid of heartbreak. I know it hurts because yes, it
yeah.
does. But let me tell you something, it wakes you up. And I would never change that moment when I was broken because it got me to being in love and being with someone I really enjoy and that I like a lot. And we can connect on a deeper level. And it's not, and she didn't meet me in that energy, right? So she don't even
Yeah.
know that part of me.
She had
So
no
that's
idea
even
you were on Bachelor.
right. So that's
Wow.
the best part because she's not coming in with no intentions other than, oh, you seem cool, you seem nice, let's connect. And so be it. It happened, and here we are. 2 years later.
That's amazing. No, I love
Yeah.
that story. I mean, I love hearing
Mhm.
how people met, and I know a lot of Bachelor contestants usually meet the one that they love outside of the franchise. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy
yeah.
for you, and I'm
Yeah,
glad
thank you.
that everything is working out for you. So
Yeah,
I
it's
love that.
beautiful. And I've done a lot of work on myself. That's another thing. I tell people it looks what it feels what it looks like because of the work she's done and I've done and we continually do, right? Like it's work to have anything great in life. And I think sometimes in the world we live in with social media, we just look at what we see, we don't understand what's behind it. And even the work you do, right? Like interviewing all these guests, it takes work, it takes
Yeah,
time. And I
yeah,
think sometimes when we see the outcome of things, we don't understand the income. And the income is the process and it's the work.
hear
So
ya.
I'm truly
Yeah.
grateful.
I mean,
Yeah.
for those of you that don't know, I do this show entirely myself. There is no
Right.
team. I'm the booker, I'm the producer, I'm the editor, I'm the interviewer, I'm the everything. So
And that's how you're
it's
going to win long term. And when you get your big
yeah.
platform, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm like, yep, she put the work in. Bless her. You know?
Well, Eric, you're always going to be welcome on my show
Yeah,
anytime.
yeah,
And I'd
yeah,
love
yeah.
to talk to you about obviously the hot topic in Bachelor Nation, which is
Yeah, let's talk
Taylor
about it.
Frankie Paul. Have you seen Secret Lives of Mormon Wives before?
I haven't, but when she was acknowledged to be the Bachelorette, I'm like,
What'd you think? You can be
I felt like it
honest.
was I feel like it was a stretch. I feel like it was a reach,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that it wasn't going to work. It just energetically for me, it made sense for business and viewership, but it didn't make sense for energetics. I'm big into energy, right? And I think the space she was in or where she comes from, I don't really have too much on her. I don't think it fit the vibration of Bachelorette, like the energy of it. Like everything has a foundation energy that connects. Like even
Right.
me, like I understand why I was picked to go on that show and why I wouldn't do this type of show. It's energy, right? Literally everything is
Yeah.
energy. And I look at things from that perspective. So when that thing came out, I think it was last week, I was just like, man, it's so sad because I know they made a lot of changes over there,
Yeah.
but it's
3 days
unfortunate
before
because
the premiere.
yeah, it's unfortunate because it's such a great network of people and it's such a great fan base. Like I love Bachelor Nation. Like you diehard fans and people really want to see love. Like people love the Golden Bachelor. Oh my God. It
Oh
was like
yeah, it's great.
incredible. But here's the thing, just to take a little bit off of their coattail and take responsibility back off of them, I think within her, it could have been a little bit of a self-sabotage. You get what I'm saying?
I'm
Because
following.
yeah, because when you step into those type of energetics and entities of energy and responsibility, trust me, it's not what you think it is. It's work. That's why I said like what Rachel Lindsay went through with anybody. I think she had Ben Higgins on your show. Like it's
Yes.
work, right? And I think people don't account for that. They don't think about it. And sometimes our nervous system, because this is what I do with clients, I help them understand where they feel safe at in their life. And sometimes you don't feel safe being seen in that way. And maybe she did. No, maybe she did. I don't know, but that's what it feels like to me. Because stuff like that don't just happens because it's happening. It's something deeper and bigger happen beyond what anyone can control. And so it is. They'll find someone to replace her and they'll be fine, just like they did with Tasia. Like, and look at Tasia. She's a superstar. She's great. They'll
Yeah.
find a replacement, like it's not the end of the world. I just think it's unfortunate because the way it happened and when it happened.
No, I know. It's crazy. The timing was insane. I've never seen any Bachelorette season get canceled days before
Yeah.
the premiere is I'm ready to have a watch party with my
Right,
cousin,
right, right,
my
right, right.
mom. I'm like, it's crazy. And I wonder what they're going to do if they're, like you said, they're going to
No, they
replace
don't have a
her.
replacement. I thought they was gonna do like a replacement. No?
I don't know. And I also heard
Like,
things like maybe the guys would go on Paradise, but who knows?
but hold on. Let's take a step back. So
Okay.
the show was premiering when?
The show is supposed to premiere on Sunday.
So that means they shot the content already.
Yeah, it's already done, but they're not going to release the season.
Oh, so maybe there's something else going on that we don't know about. Because I'm thinking, like, hold on, they probably
Yeah.
already filmed already.
Oh, yeah, it's already done.
And so let's take it back. So the footage that came out, when did that actually happen?
The footage came out 3 days before the premiere, so Sunday, Saturday, so Friday, Thursday or Friday.
So that film that came out was actually in the moment. It wasn't from the past, no?
The video of the assault happened in 2023, and it was just released before the premiere.
Interesting. I want to know who was gatekeeping that information and didn't tell her, or was she
Yeah,
gatekeeping it? You
crazy.
know?
There's a lot of moving parts because I also watch Mormon Wives, so I
Yeah.
know her history with her, I guess we call him baby daddy Dakota. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Got it.
And so it was just like
Yeah.
an interesting pick to not go with someone in the franchise because that's what
Yeah.
Bachelor always does.
Yeah, but for that to come out, that's like even some PR, maybe from that other show. Some is stuff like that don't just happen. And after you shot the content, because that takes a lot to produce a
Yeah,
show, money, budgets, travel, people lives. Like it's not just
yeah.
no walk in the park. So somebody, yeah, that sounds premeditated on somebody's end. I don't know who, but that's kind of odd right before the show.
Yeah,
So
and
we'll
I
see.
can't imagine how the guys feel right now too. I mean, they
That's what I'm
dropped
saying.
everything, and then the night before, I watched Mormon Wives, the new season. She slept with her baby daddy the night before leaving for the
Oh,
Bachelorette. I don't know if you heard that,
no, I didn't know
but
that. Wow.
oh,
Okay.
Eric, it's crazy. It is nuts.
A lot of tea. A lot of
I'm here
tea.
to spill the tea, so I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you, I'm
yeah.
like,
Wow. Okay, that makes sense. Now I see why they probably because yeah, they got to protect their brand, you know?
yeah,
If that's really, but I didn't know she was still filming that other show. I thought she was out of that like completely.
Mormon Wives is still going on, so
Hey, that's
it's
why I said
interesting.
sometimes we can reach too far and not at the right time, and it
Yeah,
can
I
come
saw she
back
was
and bump you.
supposed to join you guys at sea, but
Yeah, she's not coming.
no, she's not coming. But speaking of at sea, I want you to tell me more about it and who's joining you and what's
Yes,
happening
I'm
there.
shocked you're not going to be there. You
I
should be there.
know. I
So
know.
basically, the intention is it's going to be a bunch of alum, myself included. I think Mike Johnson is gone, Dean, a lot of people are gone, right?
Well, I
But
want
it's
to
for
go.
like super fans, right? So if you're opening up, I mean, the link is in my bio. You could get book a ticket. But we're leaving from Miami. We're going to the Dominican. It's 4 days. But the process is giving super fans the opportunity to connect with us, like how we're doing, but we'll be in person. You can ask any question. We'll have our separate places where we stay, but it's a big like cruise. Like it's amazing. And we're gonna have like events, like maybe karaoke, maybe I do a pop-up workout, maybe there's a panel discussion. It's gonna be a lot of things that's going to be able for us to engage and connect on a more deeper level other than like, oh, I'm a fan favorite. Like, yes, but like, who are you? And then we get, so it's going to be more like a party of gathering of alumni from the show, great people, and then people who are super fans who, book tickets, book travel, who just want to come and hang out and just have a good time. So that's what
That's
it's.
awesome.
I mean, I
And
had never been on a cruise, so I don't know what it's going to
neither
be,
have
but
I.
that's what I envision. But yeah, the link is in my bio for anyone who want to get a ticket and grab up, and it'll be a miracle for sure.
Well,
At
if I don't
sea.
meet you on the boat, then
A
I'll
miracle
figure
at
something
sea.
out in LA for sure.
Yeah.
Or if you ever
Yeah.
come to New York, I'm
Yeah.
here. But
Hmm.
Eric, before I let you go, I was wondering
Yeah.
if we could play my famous speed round game.
Yeah.
So, how this works is I'm going to ask you as many questions as I can about
Yeah.
you within a minute. They're mostly fun, like this or that questions. So, my record from last season, someone answered 23 questions.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Is there one? What type of answers do you got to have in a minute for 23?
I
Jeez.
don't know. Maybe he's seen my show before.
Yeah. He saw the
He's like, "All
show.
right, I know what I'm working with and I want to get this I want to win."
Yeah.
So maybe you can beat him and I don't have to brag about him anymore and I can brag about you. That's the goal.
Wow,
So
23. Maybe I
I
can
have
get 30.
confidence. I think me and you can do pretty well together.
Oh, let's get it.
All right. Eric, I'm going to start the timer now. The Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise?
Bachelorette.
Fantasy Suite or Hometowns?
Hometowns.
Your favorite emoji?
The laughing emoji.
Give up your phone or give up dessert?
Phone.
Your Bachelor Nation BFF?
Matt Munson.
Coffee date or dinner date?
Dinner.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Texting or calling?
Calling.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning.
City life or beach life?
City.
Your favorite season?
Bachelor season.
DM someone or meet in person?
Meet in person.
Your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Celebrity crush?
It was Halle Berry.
Favorite late night snack?
Gummy bears.
Roses or real love?
Real love.
Your favorite singer?
Justin Bieber.
Gym session or meditation?
Gym session.
Oh, the time's up. You did really well, though. You got 18. I purposely put favorite season so you could say Miracle.
Oh yeah, but I know it was on time, but that's the first thing came out, Bachelor season. But that was Miracle season. That's when the Miracle season was born, Bachelor season.
See, I threw
Yeah.
one in there on purpose. I know my audience.
Yeah.
Eric, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. I had so much fun with you, and I hope we could still keep in touch and everything.
Yeah, let's keep in touch. And I look forward to you having your own show and studio and all.